Hey, this is gonna be fun. I think it's just good for us to reflect on the season a little bit and just talk through some of the 2024 season. We're about to wrap things up, and so I thought it'd be fun just to sit around the round table or the oval table and talk a little bit about the season. So I know things we didn't start off the way we were planning to start off. Is that your fault, Coach?
Not really.
Okay, good. Well,
it wasn't mine because so
Yes, it was.
I'm good either way.
It was you.
I'm good either way.
so yeah, didn't necessarily start off the way we wanted to, but sign of a good coach and the sign of a good team is that we got better. We got a lot better. So I don't know, you guys. Just kind of jump in and just kind of share your feelings about what's happened from the beginning of the season up to this point.
We started running, right? We started running in practice, and that's everything changed.
Started doing fitness. I don't think it's just that. I think we kind of got to know each other a little bit better, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that little break that we had before those wins kind of helped as well, because we were overwhelmed with just losing and like
That
impatience
energy,
with each
yeah.
other, you know.
Yeah.
And then like 10 days off, some guys like went on vacations, rest a little bit, went towards that game. It was just like chill,
was
5 days. And then after that, we were running.
It was the run. I think it was the run.
And then we kind of picked it up.
Yeah, when we came back from that vacation, they were like, I was like, so what'd y'all do for the off time? They're like, we just ran the whole time, bro. We're like, we're so tired. I was like,
well, I think we had like people from so many different places, you know, and then countries. So many countries, so like in the beginning it was hard everyone to find the chemistry maybe, and then after like a month in, I feel like that's when we kind of find ourselves together, you know.
Yeah. I feel like every team needs their preseason, you know.
Yeah.
And our preseason was the season,
the
first 3 or 4 games. So,
yeah.
and then we got the chemistry together, and from then on it was just so much easier. Yeah.
For me, you do different? Yeah, what'd you do different, man?
No, like what I know is like, you know, good things take time, you know, and, you know, like building a culture, building a team, like an environment, a winning environment takes some time. Like these boys come from different countries, different places, they play different style. Like what I demand from them is different, and most of them are like, oh, we don't do this at school, we don't do this at school. But it's very difficult just come within, like at the beginning and say, you have to play like this. So there's a lot of mistrust at the beginning, but I think with time, people started knowing each other a little bit more. Like these team meals we have, people get to sit and talk, you know, like the camps as well. You know, you get to know each other, and them living in the same spot. I think it helps, you know, just to build that kind of trust, you know, that for any relationship start, if you want them to do well on the field, they need to build that relationship or the trust from the beginning. Because any kind of friendship, it starts with trust.
Yeah.
It's very important, because if Georgie goes on the field or Vinny doesn't trust the guy next to him, it's very difficult to get something out of him. So I'm glad that, you know, with time they managed to learn how each other plays and, you know, build that trust with each other. You know, this guy wants the ball like this, Georgie's like this. So we started playing to our strengths, you know, instead of like, you know, asking them, oh, you have to play like this, you have to play like this. No, but at least they get to know each other more, and then that way they can get the results they're looking for.
Yeah. So you guys, the game is different, obviously, in USL 2 as opposed to college. And, like, what has been different just about even really the training part of it? I mean, coming here under a coach that's been a professional player for over a decade and brings tons of experience, and then, like, how is it different from what you guys experience, like, at your college level?
I think it's the drills are kind of make much more sense than what we do at college. But then on the other side, it's kind of more relaxed as well, because coach doesn't, like, when we make mistake, he doesn't like go straight at us because we made a mistake. You know, he kind of gives us a little bit of space so we can kind of grow slowly through mistakes that we make. It's kind of different from my college, because my coach is always like, you know, likes to put it on you when you make mistakes. So, yeah.
I think it looks like more like soccer, you know. From what I've seen, what I played back home, and a little bit more than college, you know. Maybe Mike's experience and everyone's experience from other countries. I don't know. I think it brings more the soccer environment, you know, than what I had at college. I think so.
That's good.
Yeah, I agree completely, and I think also the fact that since you played pro, we have so much respect.
Yeah.
And it's just we listen and we actually do whatever you tell us. Sometimes in college I would do that because it's the coach, but now it's a different level of respect, you know. And I feel like we can learn so much. And just I remember first dinners we were just sitting in the table with the coach, just asking so many questions. I remember Lindo right here was just firing with questions after questions. And it's just a good environment to learn for sure. So.
Yeah, I actually told Mike that early in the season. There was the stretch when, man, we were losing games, but the thing is, you guys are so talented, and I think we were so frustrated because we knew we were not bad. Like we knew we
had much better than what we're doing.
Yes,
that was frustration,
and it was showing a lot on the field. And I remember that one practice, Mike and I kind of stayed behind, and he had he was everything that y'all were doing. Everything was negative, and I said, and I remember saying just what Joao just said, because I was like, they respect you on a different level. And it makes it hard for him to coach, I think, sometimes because y'all want to please him so much because you respect who he is as a person and as a coach. Whereas, like y'all were saying, sometimes at your colleges, you're just kind of like, whatever. I mean, this guy's a coach, but did he, But to have what he has, like you want him to like you. Like, you want him to think you're a good player. And when he says that and it's positive, you're like, he thinks I'm good.
Usually when you talk about your coach, is like, you say kind of his history in football, in soccer, So, like, whenever we talked about our college coaches, it's like, their career wasn't something special. So, like, your respect from that side is not on the level. Right. On the other side, whenever we talk about Coach Mike, it's like, that's, like, crazy career, We have that guy coaching us, so it's, like, kind of different, So, yeah.
Told you.
Some listen. Some of them don't listen anyways.
That's right. No, that's good. Well, sometimes we get to this point in the season. I've said this to my family. It's like, oh man, it's just time for it to be over. It's a short season, but at the same time, it's a really long season. And the work and the effort we put in, but. This team, and there's been some teams like this through the years where it's like, man, I just don't want the guys to leave. Like, I don't care so much about the soccer part of it right now. It's just like these guys, and you guys are a big part of that. We've gotten really close to you guys, and so I thought just for a minute, you guys just kind of talk about the community aspect of Brilla and just what it means to be a part of the organization as a whole.
To be honest, like. I was telling the boys many times this, for a USL2 team, I didn't expect to be like the facilities, everything you guys provide to us, like even the access to the health pack is such a big thing that we can go every day. The housing is amazing. Like I didn't expect to be like that, to be honest, and it's just very, very good. Everything's very good, and you guys, the way you guys work, not just for soccer, but like. The ministry, like try to pass for us what the Brilla means to you guys, for you, for Logan, for your family. Like I think throughout the middle of the season we understood what it really means, and that was part of like we started playing good. Stopped like being individualists and kind of focusing and understanding more like the club and everything, and being grateful for what you guys do. So it amazed me a lot what everything that involves here.
It's just a blessing. I feel like as soon as I came here, I saw everything, and I already knew the area because I played JUCO here, so I knew that Clinton was a good area, but I didn't expect the facilities that we have. And it's just, and also seeing how much you guys care and work on this made us actually connect to you and respect so much all the things that you gave us. And maybe that's why in the beginning we had a lot of pressure because we wanted to like make it good for you guys, for all the work that you put in and all the respect that we have for you. So I'm just grateful for this opportunity, and I feel like everyone here is. So
yeah, I think also for how long are we here already? For like 2 months?
2 months, 10 weeks, yeah.
It's crazy that I never got that close with people for such a short amount of time as well. And then the other thing is I don't really feel like this is the way you guys approach us is like on a different level. It's not. I don't feel like you guys are here and we're here. It's like you guys, even though you have so much more
Power, responsibilities.
yeah, power and everything, you put yourself down on our level
to connect.
and and that means so much to like new players that they just come and like come to a new club knowing that there's a lot of people that went pro from there. It's like a serious level, and you see people who own that, like Logan, Luke, and you and everybody else, that they get down to your level. Like that means a lot to all of us.
Yeah, I mean, like, normally I don't really get to connect with the guys that much because I'm not staying in the pods every night and just hanging around. But this group, I feel like I've gotten to connect with a whole lot more. And it's been really special. It's like, you know, the rides to camps and the rides, like, to the healthplex and just, like, we made food yesterday just hanging out. Like, that community is something that I always miss towards the end of the season. And so, like, I mean, I even remember in past years just being like, bro, when's this going to wrap up? Like, I'm tired of going to training early in the morning, but, like, every morning I wake up and I'm like, oh, I get to go see my friends and, like, get to hang out, you know? And, shut up. But no, like, seriously, it's just, like, a bond that you can't even, like, really tell somebody about.
Yeah,
You just kind of have to, you can't describe it, you just have to feel it. And, man, these guys sure did bring it to the team for sure, so.
So you're going to replace Chango?
Am I going to replace
Someone
Chong?
else.
Oh, maybe.
No, you can't do that.
Can't replace Chong.
Can't replace him.
Nah, see, but like I'm about to go to college, like because I've never been in that setting where I have to make friends like brand new.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
like,
you have so
for
much
me-
trouble making friends.
Oh yeah.
But
You're
like,
even more than fun.
but like for me, it's like, you know,
You'll be fine, bro. Don't worry.
yeah, I'll be fine. But I'm just like, you know, I know that I can find a crew. Like, I know these guys were kind of forced to have to slightly like me, but
Oh.
come on.
I'm still faking it to this
Yeah,
day.
I'm still faking it. But yeah, no, just the community is unmatched, and like I've seen it throughout the years, and it just like seems like it gets better and better every year. So.
Mike, how are things different from you were here in 2010 and 2011? We're old, man. So yeah, that kid was like 4.
I was 4 when you were here.
And now he's running everything.
And now you can sit on the table with us.
He got to come to the adult table.
I know.
He's at the adult table now.
Before he couldn't get his feet on the floor, now they can get.
No, they're not touching. I'm just kidding. I put my seat higher than everybody else.
What do you feel like? What's the same and what's different?
The people are the same. Rusty, you've been here forever. You know, your family is the same. You know, you've always treated people right. Your humility is unmatched. You know, how you treat players, how you open your home to the people, like people from all over the world. I think you should make a map in your house and you pin every country that we've received.
And then I need to reach out to all of them and say,
All of
when
them.
can I come visit?
Come visit or donate or sponsor a player. You know, seriously, you know.
There is a map like that where you can
Yeah.
just kind of scratch.
That's what we need.
You're more than
Because
welcome in Lisbon anytime.
Let's go. I've never been to Portugal.
you know, because you just call them and you be like, hey, I'm in Portugal, I need a place to stay, you know. And to me, that's the most important thing, you know, like the relationships that we build, they last forever. Like I can talk to Lem, I can talk to Michael Brown, all the guys we played with, you know, when you get to hear from them, it feels so good because you create those memories that will never go away, you know. Losses, wins, it doesn't matter, but the connections you can make with people, it's so important. So for us in the past, you know, like, but first of all, I'd like to thank you that you open your home to the people, you know, all of us, because I've slept in your house. I've been everywhere, you know, you've given me access to everything, you know, and I'm thankful for that. But, you know, things have changed for sure. There's a bit little, you know, improvement a lot. I remember where we used to stay, man. Yeah, these guys live the dream, you know. He's like, we had to find out bed frames and, you know, we had to put, you know, bed sheets in windows to cut off the lighting and stuff. Sometimes we were like, okay, we have to go to Kroger, buy some food, you know. It was different, but, you know, we didn't care about that because we had a lot of good players around us and we just wanted to play soccer, man. And to be in an environment where people care about you, where you feel you belong, nothing beats that. You know, you be on the field, you go die for them, you work on whatever for them, you go through the wall for them. Because a lot of people don't get that. Anywhere, people, what I've come to realize, like in some organizations, people are used, but they're not loved. And that's the difference here. For us here at Brilla, people are loved and respected and treated right. Unlike in other places where people you're just another piece of the puzzle. Like, okay, we can just use this guy to get this. And for us, we love people, we take care of you, It's up to you to have the right mindset at the end of the day to know, hey, I'm loved and I'm cared for. And that's very special to us here as a club, and Rusty starting that, and your family raising these young two good fellas, Luke and Logan. It's
the nicest thing you said to me also.
yeah.
He's like, now that the cameras are on,
I'll get you later, my own.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that is one thing that people don't experience in every environment. Like Vinny was saying, you don't find that everywhere. Like I've been to places, even where I went to play, in most organizations, is people use you. How can I use this guy to get to the next level? But being in an environment where people care about you, it's very important. You feel like I can give everything to this person. I can give everything on the field or even off the field. So that's very important, and I'm thankful that I was part of Brilla. When it wasn't great, but for us, we thought it was the best. But I'm also happy for these guys that they can enjoy when, things have improved, things have got better, because things are changing for sure. And thanks to all the sponsors who made this possible. But, it's amazing, to be in this kind of environment, where people are loved and, we're not scared to share about the gospel and, help people who are still searching, help them to find answers and stuff like that. Because that's what I tell them. There's more to life than just playing soccer. We're going to win and lose games, but who you are is very important. People are more important than anything else. You're going to lose. I'll be upset for a little bit, but that's it. It will end there. I care about you more than anything else. I want you to do well. If I see you growing, getting better each and every day, that gives me joy. That's the most important thing to me.
That's good. Well, these guys have definitely been growing. The team's been growing. We got a couple other players that we're going to mix in here and get some different thoughts and opinions. So let's make a transition here.
Can we clap transition? Can we all clap transition?
3, 2, 1.
All right, so just continuing our conversation just about the summer. It's been a great summer with you guys, but I started thinking a lot about our camps because you guys are really kind of the guys that were the driving force behind our camps. We had a lot of guys that mixed in. Everybody gets a chance to work some, but we can find pretty quickly the guys that work best with kids. And so we chose you guys for a lot of those camps. But just tell us about a little bit of your experience just working with the urban camps and just being a part of that part of the ministry.
Well, I think I love kids, so for me, like, it's easy to work with that. Sometimes get hard because tell the kids in another language, so it's kind of hard for me yet. But I have 4 little cousins back home, and I love to stay with him. So be part of the camps here was so nice because I could improve my English, improve my contact with kids, and get more drill knowledge, and was so nice. I'm really thankful for that.
That's good.
Yeah, I would say it's very nice coming into those urban areas and just see those kids as they are and how they are. And most of the time when they come on the field, you can see them being either shy or being sad or being in a bad mood. And then Bacon and everybody around just trying to just have fun with them, play any drills or whatever. And then it's so good just seeing after those 2 hours that we spend with them, their mood swing, their change in the mood. And me personally, I like to work with younger kids. They're a little bit harder to handle, but I like to work with them because they're so fun. They're so fun because they can say stuff that makes no sense, and then it can be so funny. It's crazy, yeah. But yeah, I love working those games.
You have no filter to them.
No filter. They just go straight forward.
No filter.
Yeah, Chung was with the little kids a lot this summer. So
I enjoyed working with the little kids too, especially the shy ones. Once they open up, means a lot, because that means they trust you and stuff like that. Yeah, I really enjoyed working the camps. So.
Seems like every time I turned around, there was a kid on Chunk's shoulders, backs, or something, just hanging on him. And then, we got Pied Piper here that you just throw.
What is that?
You just throw the Pied Piper because everybody just follows you. The kids just follow you. It's like, and if he's not there, it's like, where's Coach Bacon? And I show up for stuff and they don't want. Nobody cares. It's like, where's Coach Bacon? But
man, camps are fun. I like to take charge of them for sure.
Because you're just a big kid anyway.
Yeah, I literally am just a big kid. But no, like the Mighty Mites program that we have here kind of helps me throughout the year. Just kind of get a feel for what's going on in the camp setting. And just like a lot of what we do is, I tell these guys, I'm like, man, you don't even realize that you're doing ministry, but you are, because you're just getting to love on kids. And just like be there for them when things might not be going so great. And it's like we're there for 4 days out of the week, 2 hours a day. It's like 8 hours we get to spend with these kids, and like what impact can you make in 8 hours on somebody? And if it's just smiling and getting them to smile, like Juco said, like changing a mood just like that, it's worth it. And man, y'all did an incredible job. Like I was like. There was at one point I was like, I don't even need to take charge of this. I was like, I'll just let everybody else go, and it was great. Like, whenever it gets to that point, we really enjoy that. But one thing that we did, who was there for the Bible stories?
Yeah, I was there.
Were all you there?
To say about that.
Yeah. So like there was one camp. And every day we got there, they would tell us to leave at a different time.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, whenever it gets close to time, I'm like, hey, are we good to go? And they're like, 30 more minutes. And I'm like, well, we just played every game that I know how to play. So we got to come up with something. So we started doing acting out Bible stories. And I don't know, it was fun for me because I could tell them to do whatever I wanted them to do in the story, and I'd be like, "Who were you, a lion?" So we did Daniel in the lion's den, and I was like, "So the lions are here, and Daniel gets thrown into the lion's den," and they start like attacking them, and I'm like, "No, you don't attack them yet." Like it's just like it was fun for me to just like.
I was Jesus.
Yeah, you were Jesus.
You're a lion and Jesus. That's funny.
But yeah, it's just things like that. Camp experiences that I won't forget because of these guys coming out there with me. So,
Well, no, go ahead. Were you gonna say something?
He was just all nice.
Well, the thing is, we started doing urban camps, even at some of those facilities, like even way back when Mike was here. Mike went to some really rough places. We've gotten a little more responsible with the places that we will go. But I think it's really cool because 12, 14 years ago, we would have to go to those camps and run those camps basically, and I felt like I always had to be there. And y'all know I basically came to almost every day just because I love to be around those kids and I love being around y'all. But I don't have to do anything, which is incredible.
Simon Says.
I do have to do Simon Says.
Look, I was like, whenever I started figuring it out, I was like, I'm getting there. Like, I'm starting to improve my Simon Says game, which you don't really get to say that often. Cause I'm improving my Simon Says game. But in the camp where we did the Bible stories, I did the Simon Says one time, and then they were all like, "Oh, that was good, whatever." And then I was like, "Oh, you guys got to see Rusty do it." And man, every time he does it, it's just like
He's a king of Simon Says for sure.
Well, but the thing is, for me to be able to show up at these camps and be able to do video, like invite our videographer to come and capture moments, and me not have to worry about actually running the camp, it's so important. And to have guys like y'all that I can just say, hey, go do it, and then I can build relationships with the leaders of those places and continue building those for years to come. Y'all have no idea how much that means, and just being able to trust y'all to do that was pretty incredible. All right, so a couple of days ago, we had a pretty interesting experience. Not everybody here got a chance to go. Yes. The prison.
I didn't go.
That's what I'm saying. It's okay. I didn't get to go either because I was 10 days too young.
Yeah. So there were some background check problems. I don't know. No, we have discovered over the years that it's hard. for us to get everybody cleared. But some of you guys got a chance to go. So we went to the federal prison, got to play against the inmates. This guy put in 90 minutes. That was a good shift.
This guy can talk about more because he played 9 minutes.
I know. So what did you guys think about that experience?
Well, I think like for me it was so nice to see like the experience was nice because you can see like how they really are and like not it was like much better than I expect, like how they are nice, like they are like they talk about it a lot of things with us. The police officers too, they were so nice. And I didn't play too much. I just played 5 minutes, so I couldn't like see how they are like good. But like Django and like no coach play more. So coach say they are really decent.
Yeah.
So like the field was a little bit like rough, and the game was 8-8. So I think they were really decent. You think, Django?
Yeah, for me, I think the prisoners were like way nicer than I expected. I thought they would be like rude and stuff like that, but they were like way nicer. But they were also really good. Like they were pressing hard. Vinny got rocked at one point. I remember. And they had this little Messi guy that was going crazy that game too. So I was surprised about how good they were.
Yeah. Me and Juco didn't get to go. We went to church instead.
Yeah,
We had church at the prison.
I don't mind really, but I really wanted to go.
Yeah, but I mean, the whole time, like everybody that was in the car, it was me, you, who else we take? Joao and Hunter, right? Yeah. And the whole time we were just like, everybody was like, man, I just wish we could experience it. Like, I was really looking forward to it. And you know, I've never gotten to go. I've always heard stories of it happening, and honestly, like, I don't remember the last time that we were able to because of the COVID lockdown. And so, like, being able to bring that part of the ministry back in is really cool. And obviously, I hope I get to experience it next year. I'll start getting into shape right now.
Please.
But again, you know, these guys, like, y'all don't understand. I mean, even just the way that all went and just how, you know, you guys interacted with the inmates and stuff. I mean, those guys are so ready for us to come back already. And so the things that y'all do each year, whether you come back or not, which we hope that a lot of you do, but if you don't come back, you're making a way for so many people in the future just because of the way y'all have handled things and the way y'all have done things yourselves. It builds to the future. But how was that 90 minutes, Coach? I mean,
I'm still tired.
It was fun to watch you play again.
90 minutes, like
I heard it was more than 90 minutes. I heard
probably was.
Yeah, it was long, I think. And it got so hard. I was like, oh man, this was hard. But it was a good experience, man. Like spending time with these people, you start to appreciate your freedom more. Because these people are just enclosed in one area. You know, they can't do much. But for us, we get to go in and out in time. You know, you could go anywhere you want. No one stops you to do anything. But you know, it was nice just to be with these guys to see what they go through each day. You know, their routine for the day. They have to be counted. No one's supposed to be missing. You're supposed to eat at this time. Someone is looking at you all the time. But to me, the best part is like, you know, you get to talk to these guys and listen to their stories, why they're there, you know, what they do, when do they get out and stuff like that. It was nice that they have church as well. They have times to go to church and, you know, but it's nice that they organize these leagues for them to give them something else to do. I think that was really amazing for them. And just, you know, and then the game, man, it was just a blast, man. It was so fun, you know.
16 goals
16
in
goals in one
game.
game, you know, it's a lot, you know. That was a lot.
I know.
They scored some good goals too,
They
though.
did.
They were like, Messi was on fire. Messi was really good.
Messi was on
I
fire.
think that you say like freedom, like it was good to see how they can like be like happy and in that situation they still like the guys were around like just watching the game, like supporting them, and they were like celebrating every goal. So like it was nice.
Yeah, and that's the thing, you know, like being at Brilla, you know, that we play soccer, but there's this part to serve, you know, to serve other people, you know, because we all have something we can give back, but we don't realize it. Some people think it's always money, no, but you just give, even if it's a smile, even if it's a handshake, a hug, it changes someone's life, you know. Just touching other people's lives is so amazing. And for us going to prison, man, that was a blast. That was the highlight of the season.
So last thing, I wanted to just kind of ask you guys, like, what is like the highlight of the summer? Like, what is the thing that you're going to remember more than anything if you just had to pick one thing? So when you go to when you go back home in a week or so, what is it that you're gonna talk about the most?
I mean, these boys are probably going to talk about prison. That experience in me.
I think the prison game was like one of them
exactly.
for sure.
Yeah.
One of the best experience.
So I see it different every year because I've been around it for so long, and so whenever a group of guys leaves, I'll always be like, man, I made good friends with this group, and then like what we all did together is the most memorable for me because I've seen the soccer. I've gone to every training session like over and over and over, and I don't really like whenever I go up to school, I'm not playing, so I can't be like, oh yeah, I was in all these training sessions. Everybody's gonna be like, yeah, we don't care. But I can be like, hey, look at what we did in Inner City Jackson. Look at what we did at Stu Pot and at the prison, and like, look at what we did here, and just like serving with new friends is going to be my biggest takeaway that I can go and share with other people, because the goal of Brilla is to be a light, and these guys represented that well, and I want to go and tell other people about that so that their impact isn't just here, it's everywhere.
There's no like we could talk about like one game that we win that was so important, or like some experience like prison game or 4th of July that was nice too, but like the connections that we did here, the friends that we knew here, like the good people that we like met each other here, like for me it was the best thing like so far.
I would say as well, if someone asked me what I can take away, it will be the same thing, just like the community, the people, the groups that we made. And there's not many groups. It's all like there's always like little groups in the team, but like, we are good as a team. But you asked us if we can take one like situation, one moment. Yeah. I would say one of the urban camps whenever it was just me, Nick, and Joao. We went to the one where it was like behind the house.
Stu Pot.
Yeah, and it was kind of downhill.
Yeah.
And it was such a small place, and then that downhill goes into like
to street.
like 2 yards down street.
Oh yeah.
And like you have to take care of, and it's like 40 kids.
Yeah.
First hour, 40 kids. The second hour, it was crazy, and the kids were like, they were wild. They were just having so much fun. And we also had to kind of make that space a little bit shorter because there were some bricks in the ground. Like we didn't want kids running over that, and it was so tough to just figure that out. Yeah. But like I would say, situations from that session would be something that I would like be like, oh, you know what happened one day, and then I would tell that story.
Yeah.
For me, the highlight of my summer would be like the impact we had on the community by doing the camps and going to the prison, and also like the connections I made like with my roommates and stuff. I told the guys like, oh, I didn't know I'd get this close with you guys. Like it was so unexpected because like the first week I was here, they'd only speak like Portuguese. My bad. You're good.
Sorry, man. You're good. It's my bad, bro.
They got mad, so he moved out, right?
Finally moved out.
Yeah, then what was I gonna say? I wasn't like expecting to get this close with them. Now we're like me and Gabriel talking about like hanging out in Brazil and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's nice.
I was thinking about that whenever we came. I was like, why did they put Chango with 3 Portuguese people in the room? Like,
I knew it was either going to be like the best
very
thing
good
ever,
or
like just terrible, and Chango was going to be like, bro, get me out of here. But no, it worked out for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
it's
been a blast. It's good.
Well, anything to end on, Coach?
We close it down.
All right. Well, I mean, this is when I think about the summer and my favorite thing, I do remember games a lot because I'm very competitive. But as time goes on, you forget about the games, and I think back over the years, and there's very few games that stand out in my mind. It's just the relationships, and like knowing that you guys will just always be a part of my family, and you're always guys that I'm gonna keep up with. I mean, there's I still have really deep friendships with guys that were here in 2007, and so you guys are no different from that. And the highlight for me, I mean, as crazy as it sounds, is when you guys just come to my house, which is about every other night. But it is just opening my home. I went and sat down today on the couch when I went home, and there was a food stain on the couch, and I was like, well, that happened this summer from these guys, but it just doesn't matter, you know. It's like this is y'all's place. So just very grateful for all that you guys have done this summer, and it's been a great summer, and can't wait to see what you guys do in the future. And I hope all of you will be back next year. But yeah,
That's up to boss man, huh?
I guess so. Yeah, we'll see what
He said,
So yeah,
We'll see if the magic wand will lay on you.
it's like the magic 8 ball.
Yes.
will he come back?
You're like,
All right.
you're the lucky one. Then you can be back.
So thanks for hanging out, guys. It was a lot of fun catching up and just thinking about the season. It was a good one. So all right.
Thank you so much.
Sure we can. All right, hey, wait right there. Hold on, I'm gonna take a picture like of all of the stuff. Y'all act like you're still doing stuff.